the International Space Station, Roscosmos, and ISSE. The ownership and use of the space station is established by intergovernmental treaties and agreements. The station serves as a microgravity and space environment research laboratory in which scientific research is conducted in astrobiology, astronomy, meteorology, physics, and other fields. The ISS is suited for testing the spacecraft systems and equipment required for possible future long-duration missions to the Moon and Mars. The ISS program evolved from the Space Station Freedom, an American proposal which was conceived in 1984 to construct a permanently manned Earth-orbiting station, and the contemporaneous Soviet-Russian Mir-2 proposal with similar aims. The ISS is the ninth space station to be inhabited by crews, following the Soviet and later Russian Salyut, Alma, and Mir stations and the US Skylab. It is the largest artificial object in space and the largest satellite in low Earth orbit. Regularly visible to the naked eye from Earth's surface, it maintains an orbit with an average altitude of 400 km by means of reboost maneuvers, using the engines of the Zvezda service module or visiting spacecraft. The ISS circles the Earth in roughly 93 minutes, completing 15.5 orbits per day. The station is divided into two sections. The Russian orbital segment is operated by Russia, while the United States orbital segment is run by the United States as well as many other nations. Roscosmos has endorsed the continued operation of ROS through 2024, having previously proposed using elements of the segment to construct the new Russian space station, called OPSEK. The first ISS component was launched in 1998, and the first long-term residents arrived on the 2nd of November 2000 after being launched from the Baikonur Cosmodrome on the 31st of October 2000. The station has since been continuously occupied for 20 years and 169 days. The longest continuous human presence in low Earth orbit, having surpassed the previous record of 9 years and 357 days held by the Mir space station. The latest major pressurized module, Leonardo, was fitted in 2011 and an experimental inflatable space habitat was added in 2016. Development and assembly of the station continues, with several major new Russian elements scheduled for launch starting in 2021. As of December 2018, the station is funded only until 2025 and may be orbited in 2030. The ISS consists of pressurized habitation modules, structural trusses, photovoltaic solar arrays, thermal radiators, docking ports, experiment bays and robotic arms. Major ISS modules have been launched by Russian Proton and Soyuz rockets and US space shuttles. The station is serviced by a variety of visiting spacecraft, the Russian Soyuz and Progress, the SpaceX Dragon 2, the Northrop Grumman Innovation Systems Cygnus, the Japanese H-2 transfer vehicle, and, formerly, the European Automated Transfer Vehicle and SpaceX Dragon 1. The Dragon spacecraft allows the return of pressurized cargo to Earth, which is used, for example, to repatriate scientific experiments for further analysis. As of November 2020, 242 astronauts, cosmonauts, and space tourists from 19 different nations have visited the space station, many of them multiple times. This includes 152 Americans, 49 Russians, 9 Japanese, 8 Canadians, and 5 Italians. The ISS was originally intended to be a laboratory, observatory, and factory while providing transportation, maintenance, and a low Earth orbit staging base for possible future missions to the Moon, Mars, and asteroids. However, not all of the uses envisioned in the initial Memorandum of Understanding between NASA and Roscosmos have been realized. In the 2010 United States National Space Policy, the ISS was given additional roles of serving commercial, diplomatic, and educational purposes. The ISS provides a platform to conduct scientific research, with power, data, cooling, and crew available to support experiments. Small and crewed spacecraft can also provide platforms for experiments, especially those involving zero gravity and exposure to space. But space stations offer a long-term environment where studies can be performed potentially for decades. combined with ready access by human researchers. The IS simplifies individual experiments by allowing groups of experiments to share the same launchers and crew time. Research is conducted in a wide variety of fields, including astrobiology, astronomy, physical sciences, materials science, space weather, meteorology, and human research including space medicine and the life sciences. Scientists on Earth have timely access to the data and can suggest experimental modifications to the crew, if follow-on experiments are necessary. The routinely scheduled launches of resupply craft allows new hardware to be launched with relative ease. Crews fly expeditions of several months' duration, providing approximately 160 person-hours per week of labor with a crew of 6. However, a considerable amount